Here it is, that
What did I
damn
do to
chest.
deserve this?
3 years I've been telling him. God's truth.
Oh, the pain. And smile. I don't want to see any sour faces when his lordship returns. You'll be happy to see him home.
Damnation.
Oof, what did I do to deserve this? And
Here it
don't
is, that
forget to
damn
light the
ch-
fire. The main hall.
3 years I've been
Oh,
telling
there's
him.
the dungeon.
God's
That
truth.
doesn't do me any good. Oh. Oh, pain.
Thank you kindly, young man. If you want to get a bite to eat, stop by the kitchen.
Oh, pain.
Hang on. Where's that ginger?
And
Hell,
make sure
Dick.
there's a good
How am I to make that gingerbread?
Greetings. Do you need something? God be with you.
Quick, quick! Sir Otto will be back any time, so make sure everything's in order. I don't want to see any idling here. Oh, she's killing me again.
That's nice now.
And when that's all done, let the maids get stuck into cleaning, so you don't show me off in front of his lordship.
Did I forget to add salt?
And smile.
Sir, I want to ask you something.
You? What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be helping outside in the courtyard? Christ! Ah! First you cause mayhem at a noble wedding, and now you go snooping around where you shouldn't.
Well, I was given the job of hauling sacks of charcoal, and now I've nothing to do.
And why are you bothering me with that? Do you think every triviality is my concern?
I never think such a thing, sir. I'm sure you have lots of work and little time. I didn't mean to bother you. It's just that no one else told me what to do, and I don't want to be idle.
Oh, typical. If I don't do it myself, no one will. But that doesn't change the fact that I don't know what to do with you.
I noticed, sir, that something is troubling you. I could help you.
How could a vagabond like you help me?
One vagabond isn't the same as another, sir. It can be hard to tell the difference between beggars and us students from Prague, but we have a bit of knowledge.
And what are you doing here? Prague is a long way off.
I'm here to gain experience. Our professors encouraged us to travel the world, but I ran out of coin and things went from bad to worse.
Mm-hmm. And where did you study?
You know, school. I was studying.
But what school?
A university. With professors.
Now listen here, you filthy vagabond. No one is going to make fun of me. Clear off before I have you whipped, you mangy cur. Oh, it started up again. On your way.
Here it is, that damn chest. 3 years I've been telling him. God's truth.
And when that's all done, let the maids get stuck into cleaning.
Thank you kindly, young man.
Me up in front of his
If you want to get a
lordship.
bite to eat, stop by the kitchen.
Sir, I want to ask you something.
You? What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be helping outside in the courtyard? Christ! First you cause mayhem at a noble wedding, and now you go snooping around where you shouldn't.
I noticed, sir, that something is troubling you. I could help you.
How could a vagabond like you help me?
Sir, I might not look the part, but I've read a lot.
Don't waste my time with your jokes, you nobody. What would you be able to read?
Well, books. Learning. All sorts of different kinds. Well, some with pictures.
Now listen here, you filthy vagabond. No one is going to make fun of me. Clear off before I have you whipped, you mangy cur. Oh, it started up again. On your way. And when that's all done, let the maids get stuck into cleaning, so you don't show me up in front of his lordship.
Did I forget to add salt?
And make sure those liverwursts are well roasted, so they're crisp on the outside and juicy on the inside. Nothing half... Oh, this talk of food makes my stomach turn.
Hey, Wojtek, we've still got work to do. Come and help.
Can't you see I'm talking to someone?
I ain't seen you here. Are you new and all? Well, I'm Magda.
I'm Henry.
It's great to have some new lads here.
Oh, aye. Henry, how about you bugger off? I wouldn't want a repeat of our last disagreement.
Me neither. But all I care about is you giving me a hand. Those sacks won't carry themselves.
I'll just finish what I'm discussing with Magda and I'll be right with you.
Are you also helping Vutek's uncle?
Sorry, I don't have time to chat. I have work to do.
Aye. Off you go then.
It was nice to meet you. What was Lord Semyon's wedding like?
It was nice.
You hear about what happened at the big wheel?
At the mill?
Yeah, replaced by the Zherovka. Ow.
Greetings, friend.
Well, good day. Jesus! The Lord be with you. What do you need?
I was told to come and ask you for a job.
Nice timing. Do you know anything about carpentry?
No, blacksmithing is more my field.
Ah, well, that's handy. I got the job of fixing up this here scaffold, so it don't collapse when we hang that poacher. But the whole thing is fucked. I need a good carpenter's axe. There's one broadaxe in the shed, but it's as blunt as a file. Of course, Osina didn't find time all year to hone the thing.
By the way, would you happen to know how I can get up top in the Maiden?
Why, up the stairs, of course.
Yeah, but I'm not actually allowed inside the tower.
Then don't go there. Hey, I'd love to chat with you, but I got a job to do.
I could help you with that.
You could. Well, that'd be great. Go and get it from the shed, sharpen it, and bring it back to me.
Sure thing. The third toll. I better get moving. Here it is. Hope it's good.
Sharp as a skinning knife. Nice. Without your help, the scaffold could well collapse under that poacher. And nobody wants that.
And then the execution would be postponed?
I doubt it. We're not going to make a show out of it like they do in Prague. But someone would have to get their hands dirty, and no one fancies that.
Understandably.
Anyway, thanks. I can't afford to fuck things up today. The Chamberlain is as tetchy as the devil.
Isn't he always?
Yeah, but even more today. Anna the laundress said he's got bellyache. Everyone is avoiding him like the plague.
Uh-huh. I'll be going.
I've got to get back to work, too. Farewell, my friend.
I'll be going then.
So run along, and next time, put some effort into it.
Some idiots had a punch-up.
It's supposed to be a celebration and some numbskulls start fighting.
You're right.
And Lord von Berger didn't show up.
I'm Henry.
My name's Votava.
What are you here for?
Me? Nothing much. I tried to rob a house near Tahov. I was sleeping in the woods for a week and I wanted to get at least a slice of bread. Only instead of bread, I found a pitcher of mead. So, I says to hell with it and I pour the whole lot down my neck. Then I see the farmer has a nice comfy bed with an eiderdown quilt. So I had a nap. I slept like a baby, and if the bailiff hadn't come for me, I'd be sleeping there still.
Do you know how I can slip inside the Maiden?
Aye, friend, that's what every fella would like to know.
What? Oh, no, I mean the Maiden Tower. I need something there.
You're a barrel of laughs, eh? Well, I hear there's a nice chapel at the top, but I don't know my way round here much. But if you hang around here long enough and make yourself useful, you can get to all sorts of places. Once in Sternberg, I even got to the Lord's privy, which I was supposed to clean.
I doubt you'd find much of value in a privy, eh?
As it happens, I found a nice book there. Of course, I can't read, but there was some pretty fun pictures in it.
It seems to me you know a thing or two about... well, a thing or two.
Aha! Does it show that much? Well, I'm not much of a one for making an honest living. Never was, actually. What do you need?
I need to get inside the castle, and it's likely I'll encounter some obstacles on the way.
Like locks, eh? I'll give you a piece of advice for nothing. I've kept myself alive stealing crusts of bread from commoners. If you want to rob the nobility, You might as well take a noose along with you for your own neck.
I'm not planning to steal anything. I just need to talk to someone.
Well, that sounds pretty odd. But you're in luck. There's a certain groom at the castle. Kabat, they call him. We did a job together near Yichin. He pretends he don't know me. But I remember him. He might have something for you.
Ah, right, Kabat. I had the honor of making his acquaintance.
See then.
I'll be going.
Sure.
What if my soul is burdened with sin? Is there a way to cleanse it?
Of course, son. You can redeem yourself with an indulgence, or take the path of repentance and atone for your sins with a pilgrimage. It will improve your reputation with people, but beware. Making a pilgrimage does not erase your crimes in the eyes of the law, nor does it release you from paying a fine. And you, if I'm not mistaken, have a few, similar concerns. Come find me when you have atoned for your worldly sins.
Do you know where Captain Thomas is? I heard he was in a bad way.
It's true, son. It doesn't look good for him. Why do you ask?
I'd like to pray with him.
A kind thought, but you can't get to Thomas. I had him moved during the night up to the chapel in the Maiden.
Why did you take him to the chapel?
The surgeon is away with Lord von Berghoff, and Thomas has got considerably worse. I don't like to say it, but there's nothing left but to pray for a miracle.
Uh-huh. Why can't I get there?
You know, the castle chapel is an important place. Only Lord von Berghoff, his kin, and a few others are allowed there.
Like you, for instance.
Naturally. It's certainly good of you to want to pray for Thomas, but you can do that anywhere without having to disturb him.
I'll be going then.
Go, and don't forget about that prayer. Till we meet again.
The fourth bell.
If you're after some leftover, the kitchen's up top. I don't think there's much.
Guard?
Must you interrupt me at my prayers? If it's alms you want, go to the kitchen.
Sorry to bother you, but I heard you praying. I need to get to your captain.
You know Thomas? Where from?
I ran into him when I was begging along the road, and he gave me a bit of food. I wanted to thank him.
Thomas helped folk a lot, it's true. But you won't be able to do that now. Thomas is lying in a fever upstairs in the Maiden. It don't look good for him. Them bastards cut him up good. Poor fella. And if that wasn't enough, they stole his rosary too. Barbarians.
What exactly is wrong with Thomas?
He was badly wounded in a fight. It looked for a while like he wouldn't live to see the dawn. But he got a bit better. Only a few days ago he caught a fever and the Sawbones is away with Lord von Burgo. And that fever ain't letting up.
And the Maiden Tower, which one is that?
You in Trotsky for the first time, eh? It's that narrow, higher one on the eastern side. We call the second one the Crone. There's some legend about it, but to tell the truth, it never much interested me.
I'll be going. I'll pray for Thomas.
Thanks.
Aren't you supposed to be helping out?
deserve this. Oh! Quick, quick! Sir Otto will be back any time, so make sure everything's in order. I don't want to see any idling here. Oh, killing me again. When that's done, let the maids get stuck into cleaning, so you don't show me up in front of his lordship. And make sure those liverwursts are well roasted, so they're crisp on the outside and juicy on the inside. Nothing half-cooked. Oh, this talk of food makes my stomach turn.
The Lord be with you. What do you need? Farewell, my friend.
And when that's all done, let the maids get stuck into cleaning, so you don't show me up in front of his lordship.
bell's ringing for Hans the 5th time.
Who's there? Hey, you've no business here. Are you looking to steal?
Burglary? I'll check it out. Certainly stole something. It was you!
He disappeared that way. Get after him.
Sakura! Hold! Hold!
Quick. Over there. Pardon me for disturbing you, miss.
If you want to pray, go somewhere else. The chapel is closed. Unless you're a priest. Which I presume you're not.
No, I'm not. My name is Henry.
I'm Adela, Thomas's sister. What is it you want, Henry?
I need to talk to your brother.
No chance of that. He's been lying in a fever for 3 days. And the surgeon is away with Sir Otto. Unless he returns soon, Thomas won't be talking to anyone ever again.
Maybe I could help somehow?
The only one who can help now is the priest. And I don't want to sound gloomy, but all he can do is pray too. Just the same as me.
Where's the physician?
He's with Lord von Berghoff. When Thomas started to get feverish, he left some concoction for him. He was only meant to be gone for a while. But it seems they got stuck somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, the concoction ran out, and we don't have any other physician here.
I'm not a physician, but I could try and brew that concoction. It can't hurt to try. Do you know what it was brewed from?
If I knew that, I'd have brewed it myself. Not even our surgeon knows. He does everything according to his books. He uses some medical manuscript, whether he's treating people or livestock.
And where is this book?
How should I know? Probably in his chambers, in the Crone.
I'll have a look there then.
But no one is allowed there.
I'll figure it out somehow.
Why do you want to help us?
Well, unless Thomas recovers and testifies that me and my friend are messengers from Rattay, then my friend will be executed.
You mean that poacher who's to be hanged?
He's a noble. Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. The whole thing is one big misunderstanding. And only Thomas can sort it out.
I'm a bit bewildered by all this. But all right.
The main thing is, I want Thomas to live too.
Yes, you're right.
I'll get going then. I don't have much time, and neither does Thomas.
Go. And thank you.
Don't worry. You'll be fine. It's all right. You'll be fine.
Just going to clean it for you.
Quick, over there. The 6th bell. Half the time is up.
Eh? Huh. Strange. I suppose it was nothing.
What? What? I'm fussing over nothing. What's that noise? What happened here? What is this racket here?
This talk of food makes my stomach turn.
Who's there?
I'm not on duty now, so calm down.
I surrender!
I've got it in for you, scum. You're that bastard who's been snooping around on other people's property. I'll have none of that. You'll pay a fine and then you'll show me what you've stolen.
I can't pay. I don't have enough money.
In that case, the pillory awaits.
Look, can you keep a secret?
What are you talking about? What secret?
Look, we're both men, aren't we?
Where are you going with this? You're testing my patience.
It's like this. Yesterday, I met this pretty girl. She makes yarn. And you know what they say about girls who work with spinning wheels?
No. What?
They're really good in bed.
That's a good one.
Well, this yarn spinner, she was very afraid her mother would find out we planned on meeting. So she gives me these complicated directions on where to meet her. At high noon, I stood at the shadow of the tallest linden tree, and step by step, I set out. Then all of a sudden, I look around and realise I have no idea where I am. The girl's nowhere to be seen, and people are yelling at me. That girl made a right fool of me.
That's what you get for thinking with your prick.
Aye. I've had enough embarrassment for one lifetime. Can't we just let this one slide?
All right, then. I'll turn a blind eye just this once.
Aren't you supposed to be helping out?
Merciful God,
God bless.
your only begotten
see you,
Son
friend.
took upon himself our wrongdoings and showed us the power of enduring pain before look down upon our Captain Thomas with a father's love, and upon all who suffer, and heal the pains and other afflictions of sickness. Let them know that they are not alone in their affliction, but that Christ is forever by their side.
If anything goes missing there, I'll be after you.
What are you trying to pull, you scoundrel?
The 7th bell. The 6th bell. Half the time is up.
Huh. Strange. The hell, man. What? Eh? This place is off limits to you. Eh? I must be mad.
The sixth bell. Half the time is up.
I suppose it was nothing. Huh?
What's that? I must be mad. I suppose it was nothing.
Huh? This place?
The seventh bell.
Huh? What?
The seventh bell.
You? What in God's name are you doing here?
I'm looking for medicine. For Captain Thomas.
Well, the Sawbones ain't here, so you're out of luck. Like the captain.
Who are you, actually?
Me? I'm just cleaning here.
And what were you doing at the pond, then?
I thought we straightened that out the last time you bothered me. I have no idea what you're talking about.
We both know you're lying. The question is, why?
Says someone who was just sitting in a jail cell and will end up right back there if anyone calls the guards on him.
You know I was locked up? For such an uncaring girl, your interest is a bit suspicious.
Right. I spend the whole day following you and the arrogant fool around, spying on you.
That's exactly what I think.
Well, think again.
What's your name?
What's it to you?
I'm Henry.
Well, that's nice for you.
And you are?
I already told you. I'm a maid here.
I need help.
Who doesn't? I still have to clean out all the fireplaces in the Crown. Do you know how many there are?
I don't know or care. I have to find medicine for Captain Thomas. Otherwise he'll die and my friend will be executed.
Thomas? I brought water to him in the tower. And I can tell you he is beyond help. That poor sister of his.
Well, you look like you know your way around here. Maybe you can help me.
Why should I?
Because I could make plenty of trouble for you with the Chamberlain.
Uh-huh. And what would you tell him? That old deviant couldn't care less about anyone searching the surgeon's chambers. I wouldn't be the first or the last.
And you think I believe you?
Believe what you want. And now get out of my way. Simple maid like me has lots of work to do in this castle.
The 7th bell.
Fucker! Huh? I must be mad. Huh? Strange. I suppose it was nothing.
I need help.
Who doesn't? I still have to clean out all the fireplaces in the crown. Do you know how many there are?
I really don't know, but I'm in quite a fix. And you look like someone who could help me.
Apart from the fact that I'm not much of a good Samaritan, I can't imagine how I could help you.
Well, we're in the surgeon's chambers. I'm sure there's plenty of stuff here that would be of use.
I suppose. But I still don't know why I should help you.
Because we're birds of a feather.
How do you mean?
Well, let's just say we both go where we shouldn't be going and take things that don't belong to us.
Oh, really? You must be mixing me up with someone. I just clean up here. And you don't look like someone who knows much.
Why, do you think?
Because you wouldn't be walking around here with an empty purse. You don't have a grosh into your name, do you?
How do you know?
I took a look. Master thief. And now get out of my way. Simple maid like me has lots of work to do in this castle.
It's the 8th bell. I need to hurry. Ninth bell. Only 3 to go. It's the 8th bell. I need to hurry.
Not one step past the kitchen.
Strange.
Where do you think you're going? There's nothing for you there.
I suppose it was.
Where do you think you're going? There's nothing for you there. You've no business upstairs. If it's scrub you're after, you'll have to wait. I've been here for ages. And have to go on duty too.
I must be mad.
Ninth bell. Only 3 to go.
Eh?
To hell with it.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
It will have to be diluted. His fever is getting worse. If this doesn't work, I don't think he'll last long.
You all to be vigilant. These days we have all sorts of vagabonds, drifters, outlaws and bandits roaming the country. And we have one of those vermin here today. A fella called Hans, who is clearly not right in the head. A dangerous madman, a brawler, and a thug, the worst of all, a poacher. And so, for the damages he caused to our dear Lord Otto von Berghoff, he is sentenced to be hanged by the neck until dead.
You can't execute this man. He's a noble. Captain Thomas here will testify that we're messengers from Rattay.
What is this nonsense, for Christ's sake?
It's true. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein.
Deal with it, for God's sake!
But, sir, the captain!
Captain Thomas has a fever. He's clearly delirious. Seize them immediately.
You can't do this! I'm a nobleman, do you hear? A noble! Get your hands off me! You can't do this!
Open the gates!
My lord.
What the hell is going on?
It was just it's a hanging.
You can't hang him. He's a noble. That's for me to judge. Take him down! And for Christ's sake, help me off this horse!
You may enter. His lordship is expecting you.
So, you're messengers from Rattay, huh? I was wondering when someone would turn up. All right, then. Let's hear it.
My respects, Sir Otto. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, and this is Henry of Skalitz, my escort.
Welcome to Trotsky, gentlemen. I'd greet you standing up as befits, but I'm glad I can even sit at the moment.
I heard you were ambushed by outlaws.
You heard right. Those bastards did a job on me. And I got out luckier than most. Almost all the others were killed, including my page and my surgeon. So there is no one here to heal me, and I will have to inform poor Albert's father that his son died in my service.
I hope your health will soon be restored, sir.
We shall see. But now, you tell me what happened here in Herrgottsnamen. Why did my chamberlain try to hang you, Lord Capon?
In truth, the welcome we got from your Master Chamberlain was somewhat... how shall I put it? Well, it was somewhat unexpected. I must say, it was the first time I had a noose around my neck, and it wasn't the most pleasant experience.
Please, accept my apologies, sir. And that of my chamberlain, too. Is that not so, Ulrich? I must say in his defense that he had my orders not to admit anyone to the castle, and to be cautious.
I understand, sir. At home, some bandits got into Tamberg by subterfuge, and it cost us a lot of effort to reconquer it.
I'm glad you understand. Anyway, let us leave this misunderstanding aside and get to the point. As far as I'm aware... Rattay showed no interest in negotiations before, either with me or with the League of Lords.
True. Our houses have thus far stood on opposite sides.
I should say so. Attacking Brno and Jihlava together with that renegade Sokol of Lemberg hardly inspired our sympathy. But let us leave that aside. Tell me, what does Sir Hanush have on his mind? I am all ears.
Unfortunately, during the ambush, we lost the letter we were carrying, so you'll have to make do with my word of mouth.
All right. Go ahead and speak.
In brief, Sir Hanush, Sir Radzig, and other lords take the view that the situation has got out of control. And that's of no benefit to anyone in Bohemia, neither Wenceslas's supporters or the League of Lords. King Sigismund's actions will not lead to instilling greater order than under King Wenceslas. Quite the contrary.
Let us say that maybe. What arises from it?
Sir Hanush and the other lords on our side are interested in knowing what the stance of the League of Lords is at this moment, and whether they haven't perhaps reevaluated some things.
In other words, whether I might betray Sigismund.
I wouldn't be so bold as to suggest that, sir. We are merely interested in whether you would sit down at the negotiating table with us. It's necessary to discuss the future of the kingdom, whether it's to be a common one or not.
The future is still a long way off for me, Lord Capon. Nonetheless, Sir Hanush and Sir Radzik are right. There is disorder and anarchy in the land. Bandits riding roughshod all over. As we all know, to our cost.
We've had plenty of experience of that at home too, sir. Only a short time ago we had to deal with a similar band.
Then you will surely understand that before I begin debating who would be the better king, I must sweep my own doorstep. Only I'm damned if I know how to do that, since those bastards have wiped out half of my garrison, including my captain.
If I may be so bold, sir, you're not the only one. We also have a score to settle with them, so Henry and I will gladly help you.
Is that so? Now that is what I call the words of a knight, Sir Hans.
Right now, we've got a common enemy. So we have common interests, too.
So then, sir, may we be of assistance to you?
Indeed, you may. Perhaps in the end we may really find some common ground. I need to muster sufficient reserves to deal with those outlaws once and for all. I'm summoning my vassals here to Trotsky. And since I don't have many men left to send as messengers, I will gladly accept your help.
Just say the word, sir. Where should we go?
You'll go to Nebakov, a small castle, or rather a fortress among the cliffs. The yeoman there, Jaromir Nebak, is an old hardhat and may not be very willing to fulfill his obligations. It would be useful if an eloquent noble like yourself visited him to explain him clearly why I need his whole garrison.
Who is this Lord Nebak?
The lord of a smaller house with not much in the way of estates, just a fortress and lands, but he also owns a mill that provides a significant part of his income. His children are grown up. His daughter married well, thanks to Sir Otto. His son is away from the domain, dealing with duties. Sir Otto helped him to acquire an official position. In short, the House of Nebak is more than beholden to Sir Otto for his magnanimous help and support.
Thank you, Ulrich. Nevertheless, I suspect Jaromir will not be keen to charge into battle. But that is of little consequence. He has a few good men who will be useful. That will do us. If he delivers, I will regard his obligation as fulfilled.
Is the route safe?
As I said, the fortress is in the wilderness amongst the cliffs. There are many places where outlaws may be hiding, so watch out.
Don't worry, sir. I have Henry here by my side for such situations.
Is that all, sir?
It's no simple task. Knowing Jaromir, if I sent a common messenger, he'd come back with a boot print on his backside. Dealing with the lower nobility can be tricky. They tend to be fixated on their own somewhat fragile status.
We'll take care of it, sir. Count on us.
All right. We'll head out as soon as possible. Let's not delay our diplomatic mission unnecessarily.
Very well. I think that is all for now. The Chamberlain will show you where you can put your heads down, and he will supply you with horses. And once we have resolved this little digression, we shall talk about your own mission.
Thank you, sir.
May I ask something, Sir Otto?
Oh. Ask away, young man.
When you were ambushed, did you see those bandits? Would you recognize any of them?
Henry, don't start with that again.
Why do you ask?
The thing is, when we were ambushed, I believe I saw among them one of the men we ran up against at home.
Oh. What did he look like? Do you know his name?
He's called Istvan Toth, a Hungarian noble. He wears black armor. A stocky fella, around 40.
I've already told you that's nonsense. How would he be here? You only saw him from a distance, from behind. You're imagining it.
And why does this Toth interest you, young man?
He was the leader of a band that made trouble for us in Sasau. And he has something that belongs to me.
Ah, interesting. Interesting. But I must disappoint you. I saw no one of that description.
Thank you, sir. I'm sorry. I had to ask.
I understand. And now I shall entrust you to the care of Uri here. And I shall look forward to the good tidings you bring me from Nebakov. Go with God, gentlemen.
Thank you for everything, sir. The Lord be with you.
There will be time enough yet for social niceties. Now there are more practical matters to deal with. Sir Otto has generously agreed to accommodate Lord Capon in one of his chambers. And you, Henry, shall also be accommodated, as befits your station. There, your equipment shall also be returned to you, and you'll find your horse in the stable. Nevertheless, his lordship takes the view that, as a noble's escort, you should have a befitting mount. And therefore he has kindly decided that you may take one of our horses, if you so wish. Gentlemen, follow me. So, Sir Hans, allow me to...
Hold on, Sir Ulrich. If you think everything is settled between us, and we're going to act like nothing happened, then you're mistaken.
Sir?
You were going to have me executed a short while ago. I expect a proper apology.
Then please accept my apology once more, sir. But given the circumstances...
Given the circumstance? What circumstances?
Sir, poaching is a capital offence.
And are you the king? That you can hand down death sentences? No, you are not. What's more, you had plenty of reasons to realise it wasn't a good idea.
Sir, I could not have realised that.
You couldn't have realised? Yes, you could, but then you wouldn't have been able to play the Lord and stage private executions.
Sir, once more I apologise. And now, please allow me to show you to your quarters.
I wouldn't dream of inconveniencing you. I'll find my quarters by myself. Henry, once you're done with that annoying fool, get your horse and we'll meet at the gate.
Well, it seems Lord Capon will not be requiring my services anymore today.
Please excuse him. He's been through a lot, as I'm sure you understand.
It is understandable, of course. I was just hoping that our relationship would be a bit warmer after that, regrettable misunderstanding. Nevertheless, welcome to Trusky, the finest and biggest castle you shall ever see. Rumor has it that the castle was built on the jaws of hell, and that we're sometimes plagued by demons here. But don't believe a word of it. It's just idle talk to excuse the servants' laziness and incompetence. It's demanding enough keeping everything here running smoothly without any of that. It requires a man of exceptional qualities and talents. By the way, this place is a maze for strangers. It's very easy to get lost. Careful. The jail cells are down there. But I believe you are already fairly well acquainted with that part of the castle, aren't you?
All too well, thanks.
Here it is. You'll find a bed inside, opposite the door, and a chest where we put your belongings. You'll find some new clothing there, a little gift from our gracious lord, to ensure you're not mistaken for a beggar again. Once you're settled in and properly dressed, stop by the stables. They're beyond the gate, down the path. Ask for Kabat. He was supposed to prepare a horse and tack for you, or tell him you'll keep your own if you insist. Then he'll give you proper tack at least, so you don't disgrace us.
Thanks. I'm grateful.
As you should be. So, you and I are finished, and I can finally attend to some proper work, so this castle doesn't fall on our heads.
Careful!
Here, Mutt.
Oh well, what can you do? Farewell then. You silly doggy. What would you like, friend?
What do you have for sale? I'd like to do something about that price.
All right, I'm listening.
I'll go for that.
Thank you, and a good day to you, friend. How can I help you today, friend?
Show me your wares. Let's talk about the price.
Sure, why not? Aye, you'll convince me with that price. Pleasure doing business. Take care.
Put that pig sticker away. Right now. See? Didn't even hurt.
The Lord be with you. What do you need?
I'm here for some horse tack. I hear you have something for me.
Well, fuck me blind. Only yesterday you were delivering horseshoes, and today you have your own horse? I'm amazed. But you're fucking things up for me and making a mess. And I don't want to get a whipping on your account. I've got the tack ready, but I've been ordered to show you our herring first. You can take him, they said. So kindly take a look at him in the stable here and tell me if you want him or not. Farewell.
I took a look at Herring.
And?
I'll take him.
Good. He ain't the fastest, but he'll work his little heart out, and he'll keep going for fucking ages. And he's a well-behaved, smart animal as well. An honest stock, too. From the Sameen stud farm. Not one of them stolen nags that's seen around these parts. I've heard that wind is blowing from them dodgy nomads.
There are nomads around here.
Aye. I hear their camp is somewhere in the rocks by Rock Tower Pond. They've got horses there. God knows how they came by them.
Well, useful to know. So I can avoid such places.
Well, let's not forget about your horse. He's there in the stables, so go and get him. You do know how to ride, don't you?
Don't worry. I'm right at home with horses. I learned to ride with cumans on my tail, and arrows whistling past my head. A tough school it was.
Well, I'll be damned. I never heard such a thing before. But even an experienced horseman like you needs equipment, as you well know. You can tack him up yourself, right?
Sure. Thanks.
It was good to see you, my friend. Thank you, and a good day to you.
Self-announced that everyone should have a good bow on hand.
Which king would that be?
I don't know exactly. Man, who's expected to obey, don't they?
You didn't hear it from the traders who sold you the bow, by any chance?
What do you have for sale?
Thank you, and take care.
Why the long face?
Oh, just got this nasty premonition.
What? Premonition.
I've got a barrel of ale at home. I'm afraid it'll go bad on me soon. Someone...
I'm glad you're here. I needed to catch a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to here with that Chamberlain Stuffenberg, or whatever the bastard's name is.
Ah, fuck him. We're here on account of von Bergov. I have a feeling he won't be giving him a pat on the back either for the way he treated us.
I suppose you're right. But I won't be fucking humiliated. A jump-top tosser like that isn't going to get high-handed with the Lord of Perkstein.
I agree. Although, the Lord of Perkstein can also act pretty haughty at times.
Look, I know I behaved like an idiot, but...
happens to the best of us. But you can rely on me. Always. We had a disagreement, that's all. Who doesn't sometimes? You're the closest friend I have left.
Thank you, Henry. I really appreciate it. I'm glad to have you as my page. You know, Hanush assigned you to me as a kind of punishment, but now I wouldn't want anyone else by my side. You have my word as a nobleman.
And you have my word as a blacksmith that I'll stand by you. Even if it isn't always easy going.
Then your word must be as firm as steel. But I take my promises seriously too. And since I made a promise to Bajena, we have to repay our debt.
Don't worry about it. I took care of it on behalf of both of us.
You did? My word, Henry. You are a true Bellator. Only half by birth, but your heart is filled with blue blood.
Thanks, Hans.
How is she getting on, actually? I hope she hasn't had any trouble on account of us.
Not on account of us, no. But Pavlena hasn't turned up for a long time. So she's worried.
We ought to help her. As soon as we get back from Nabokov. It's high time we set out so we can get back before nightfall. Carpe diem.
I'm ready.
Let's mount up then. It's nice to be out under the open sky. I was feeling really cramped in those gloomy corridors up there. But I can't deny this is a real fucking castle. I've never seen anything like it before. Perkstein is just a little fortress in comparison. Von Bergov certainly knows how to make an impression.
That's true. Von Bergov must be loaded.
I expect the office of the Royal Chamberlain is a nice earner. Or maybe he shits gold ingots. Fuck. This place makes me feel queasy. Memento mori. I could have croaked here and gone off to join my old man in eternity. God rest his soul, and he'd ask me, "So, son, what great deeds have you achieved in life?" And I'd have to tell him, "Well, Pa, I fucked everything up royally, and then they hanged me for poaching." Christ on a stick! I can't have that! When I go to the next life, I need to have something better to tell. A whole lot better.
Well, you'll be telling him how you put a stop to the war in the land, saved King Venceslas, and brought peace to the people.
That doesn't sound too shabby. Only, how to actually achieve it. Damn it! I need to get my mind on other things, and get the feeling I'm living. Let's really spur these horses on, eh? What'd you say?
How can I refuse you anything?
There's a junction beyond Troskovitz with a roadside chapel. Whoever reaches it first wins. So, get ready, forward!
Quick! Ga! Ga! Quick! Go! Quick! Come on! Go! God!
Whoa!
Christ, yeah. Oh, I needed that. My head feels a lot clearer now.
I'm glad to hear it.
Thanks for riding with me, old pal.
I think nothing of it. But watch out next time. I won't hold back.
You never give up. That's what I like most about you.
So, what now, Hans?
Like I say, I can see everything clearer now. And the thing that's clearest to me is I won't be trifled with anymore. I'm the Lord of fucking Perkstein. Let everyone know who they have the honor of addressing.
I'm with you on that, noble sir.
Splendid. So, forward to Nabokov. The sooner we get that out of the way, the sooner we can finally start dealing with more important matters. Audentes fortuna juvat! We turn right here.
I'm glad you feel better.
So am I, my friend. So am I. We still have lots to do before we go back to Ratai. And I was afraid, you know, that I'd fuck it up. And I almost did, but I'm not afraid anymore. Now I see it as an opportunity and a challenge. Any old fool can manage simple tasks, but hard ones, they require a man like Sir Hans Capon of Leipa and Perkstein.
And Henry of Skalitz.
Aye, he faces the hardest tasks of all.
Your knowledge of these parts is impressive.
Don't worry. I spent some time in the local forest, so I know my way around. Soon the path will turn sharply and head down a steep hill. So be careful your horse doesn't stumble. And by the way, there won't be time for it now, but near Nabokov there's this nice marsh where wild boar go to wallow. A good spot. Tried and tested.
Have you forgotten your last encounter with a boar?
Don't be so discouraging. I've learned a thing or two since then, and I won't let any swine catch me off guard.
Get over here so I can fucking cut you up.
Whoa, whoa.
The back not far now. It just stands on a rocky outcrop. We'll have to go round. So we should be careful. Our mission will be...
Fuck you, what you made of.
Hey, get him!
Take that fucker out, damn it!
Hey, get him! Come on then! You're not much for us, fucker!
You... Too slow!
I'm all yours!
of here, Mutt. No one wants to hear your barking. A flea within
Here, Mutt. Ka!
So, we're here. What now, Sir Hans?
Now, I expect someone will come to greet us. And hopefully not like they did in Trotsky.
Hey, so Yaramir don't receive visitors. You'll have to leave.
I beg your pardon. See to it that he receives me immediately.
Can't be done. Sorry about that.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Lipa, and I am here with a message from Lord von Berghoff. So get to it. And if you keep me waiting here much longer, you'll be sorry.
Please be patient for a while, sir.
My word. You got a sharp tongue sometimes. But what if he won't receive us?
He will. Just wait and see.
Come along. Sir Yaramir will be here any moment.
See?
The Lord Jesus Christ be praised.
Forever and ever.
Please excuse our precautions, gentlemen. These are evil times. Well then, Yaramir of Nabokov, at your service. And whom do I have the honor of welcoming to my humble seat?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. I am honored, Sir Yaramira. Sir Otto von Berghoff asked me to convey to you his cordial greetings, and to parley with you in the matter of the security of this domain.
Certainly, certainly. These are troubled times indeed. Please accept my hospitality, sir. You're surely thirsty after your journey, and you'll have greater comfort in the tower.
An excellent idea. If I may ask that our horses may not be neglected either.
Pelzel, you heard his lordship.
But I've already got 15 animals to deal with. Why doesn't Hurtle do it?
Hurtle has other duties. Stop griping and get to it.
15 horses? My word, sir. You must be doing all right for yourself.
Not entirely. But fortune smiled on me for once at least.
On me too, one could say. I suppose she's doing the rounds in these parts. So, tell me, sir, how did you achieve what you have?
Well, it's a long, complicated story. But I'm guessing von Berghoff didn't send you here to find out how well off I am. Or did he?
No, he didn't. I apologize, Sir Yaramira. So, let's proceed to the real reason he sent us. Henry, be prepared. I won't keep Sir Yaramira very long.
Certainly.
Michael, you take Henry here under your wing and make sure he's well taken care of.
Certainly. Henry, eh? Michael's my name, and I welcome you to our little place. It's not the fanciest fortress ever, but you know, I like it here. It serves us well. How was your journey? All good?
Aye. Lovely country. A feast for the eyes.
Well, that's nice to hear, especially from someone from far-off parts. But I must say, my throat is dry. And maybe yours too, eh? Come along with me. We'll soon fix that. I'll make you feel at home and we can have a chat. As I said, the fortress may be small, but the work never stops. Right now, we're repairing the fortifications down there, so don't get under the lad's feet. But you can drop in on Pelzel and check out how he's looking. After your horses. We're rolling some dice, eh? We've got none of guesswork, so don't all be shy. Invite him to play if he finds himself at a loose end. At least he'll show you how your betters play.
Right you are, Michael. You can rely on me.
And you, Ertl, have you got shit for brains? You've got a guess, for fuck's sake.
I'm sorry, Michael. I didn't know.
Shut your gob and attend to your duties.
Right, I'm going.
So you've heard then. I hope you won't disappoint Zwerk and pass some time with
You
him.
have a kind master, eh, Matt?
I'd love to have a game.
Glad to hear it. You're a good lad. I can tell just by looking at you. Zwerk has some polished badges. I'm sure he'd love to take a look at yours. You'll find him over there at the table. He's there pretty much all day. I'll keep telling him. Your arse will wear a hole down there one day, and you'll fall down.
Are you being cautious?
Dice and all. But now to the important business. There's a bite to eat on the table and something to wash it down with, so help yourself. And I'll be happy to chew the fat. I'm sure you've got loads of stories. I heard Lord von Berghoff himself sent you. So, what has he sent you with?
That's for their lordships to know. Not me.
Aye. No one tells us commoners anything. Typical lords. But you must have heard something. You know how it goes. You've got ears, ain't you?
I've got ears, but I don't crouch at keyholes.
All right, I didn't mean to offend you. Tell me one thing, though. Why didn't von Berghoff send one of his own instead of some Lord of Perkstein and his escort?
Well, I suppose he wanted to show respect to Lord Yaramir. So he didn't send just anyone.
Ah, the way of the nobles. Not something I know much about, but you do, it seems. So your master, Lord Capon of Perkstein, is somehow significant.
One day he'll inherit several castles and a lot of wealth.
Well, best stick with him until that happens. And you're his what? Page? Servant?
His escort. I give advice when he asks for it, but mostly I take care of his security.
Fair enough. I get it. I used to travel with Lord Yaramir, but he barely travels these days, so I don't get out much.
Lord Capon is always getting up to something.
Well, I envy you a bit. But hey, we've had a nice chat. And since you're here, what would you say to a bit of a friendly duel? You've got time to kill, and me too. Let's do something to shorten it. We can do something dignified. We'll clash arms for the glory of our masters. You for yours, me for mine.
I accept your offer. I'd fight for Lord Capon any time and any place.
Then you're the right man in the right place. Get your kit ready, and we can get stuck in.
I don't want to pry, Michael, but Sir Yaramir said he had some luck with horses. That sounds interesting.
Nothing interesting about it. His lordship's affairs are a long story, and they're dull one at that.
Well, if there's one thing Lord Capon taught me, it's that noblemen's affairs are never dull.
If you insist, well, you're in for a disappointment. There's nothing interesting about it. Sir Yaramir had these relatives, and they died, God rest their souls, and his lordship inherited some land, but they couldn't give it to him or something, so they gave him horses instead, to make up the amount owed. See? Complicated and dull, but all above board.
No, you were right. That's nobleman's business for you.
Just so.
Let's do it, Michael.
You don't have to ask twice. We've got some blunt old weapons for practice here, so we'll use them. We don't want to hack each other to pieces, do we?
That's sensible.
We'll do it in the little courtyard behind the gate. Tell me what weapon you want, and we'll get cracking.
Some sword will do.
A choice fitting for a nobleman. Give me a moment. I'll put my gear on.
Let him have it, Michael.
Well then. Ready?
Whack him! Whack him!
Let's go. Glory to Lord Capon.
I hope nobody gets badly wounded.
Never go! Yeah!
Ha!
Okay, lad. Careful with that. Who do you think will have to repair it?
Oh! Ha!
Let him have it, Michael. Keep it up, young sir. Michael.
Right. They're going at it just like real knights.
I took it that youngster has turned forest. Glory to Nebarkov! Smash him, Michael! Smash him, Michael!
Watch out!
Let him
Michael's
have
the
it, Michael!
best fighter around.
Good day. God be with you, my friend.
A good fight. An honourable.
Yeah, I'd say. I haven't had such a good stretch in a long time.
Lord Capon's honour has been defended.
Ha! That it has. Didn't expect you to take me down like that. All honour to you, Henry. Here you go. Something to remember Nabokov by on your journeys with Sir Capon. You won fair and square. If you're feeling a bit sore, go and see Clara. She'll be in that house beneath the smithy beyond the gate, I reckon. She'll be happy if you show her where it hurts. I might have said this already, but if you've got nothing on your plate, you can have a game of dice's work. Or try Pelzel in the stables. I'm sure he'd love to show you how we hold races to pass the time. And if you want to train some other battle skills, you can practice archery with Mark. I reckon you'll find him on the gate.
Well, I never. The great warrior himself has come to visit. I can't remember the last time anyone beat Michael. You didn't hold back.
Aye, but nor did he. That's why I'm here, actually. He knocked me about a bit. I was wondering if you'd take a look at my wounds, if you've got a moment.
That's what I'm here for. Show me so I know if I need to apply ointment, stitches, or the saw.
It surely won't be all that bad.
Don't worry, Sir Knight. You'll live here in one piece. Well, I've done what I could. Better now?
Aye. Much better. Thanks a lot.
I'm glad. Will you tell me who you are?
Henry. Lord Capon's retainer. We're on a mission from Lord von Berghoff.
Oh, I'm Clara. Nice to meet you, Sir Knight.
My sword is at your service, miss.
Blimey! No one's ever said anything like that to me before. But it's not your sword I need so much as your legs.
My legs?
I have to go and get fresh herbs for our sick folks. It's not far, but I'll be grateful for an escort and protector. And if you tell me about your chivalrous deeds, it'll shorten the time.
I'll be happy to. At least I'll get to explore the Nabokov surroundings.
The countryside's pretty round here, but it won't be a long walk. I'll just pick some herbs in the glade. Shall we go? Our little fortress doesn't impress you much, I suppose. You must be used to real castles. Actually, that's why I'm so pleased you're here. A bit of excitement at last. Tell me more about knights, or better still, about yourself. Where have you been? What have you seen?
Now that you mention castles, I conquered one once. The enemy took it by a ruse. And we couldn't let that go unanswered. We answered ruse with ruse. On a dark night, we scaled the ramparts to open the gate from inside.
That sounds clever.
Aye, but they discovered us. And we had to withdraw under fire.
A good thing, too. At least you lived to tell the tale. Tell me more, please.
All right, then. Some time ago, my